gold out there, that's fine. So yes, welcome to the City of Gold. Otherwise known as El Dorado. So yes, this is all mythology at this point, by the way. Like, you know, there is no El Dorado basically in, like, you know, in, like, history, but whatever. You discovered El Dorado, the legendary lost city of gold. Well, it's less lost now you found it, of course, but it's a catchy name, so you may as well keep it. Enter the city. A light rain falls across the palm-lined streets of the advanced city, and a quiet unease spreads among your people, as they whisper their own furies about how a Sea of Gold could come to be completely devoid of life. Fortunately, their spirits quickly lift when El Dorado's overgrown buildings turn out to be littered with valuable historical artifacts, all of course made out of gold. Your expedition files into the main plaza of the city, from which you can make forays into the surrounding buildings. You think you catch a glimpse of a movement in the corner of a plaza, but when you look, there's nothing. To scavenge above ground. Your expedition moves through the old homes and gathers all the valuables that they can find above ground. The buildings are in remarkable condition, leading you to wonder how recently the city was deserted. A vague sense of unease comes over you as you sift through the debris, and several times you think you hear footsteps behind you. Return to the plaza. Your expedition once more returns to the quiet plaza. The hall was good, and yet your people don't seem quite comfortable being in this place. Rain of Pretenders returns last, from a foray in the houses near the gate, looking particularly ill at ease. The scout tosses her spoils unhappily into the pile. I don't like this, Capitan. I think somebody followed us in after we opened the gates. I keep seeing movement, hearing footsteps. Nods and murmurs of agreement from the rest of your followers seem to indicate that everybody has picked up similar indications. You're being superstitious, there's nobody here, let's search the palace or the temple. There's certainly something wrong here, 4-5 position in the plaza, prepare for trouble. Alright, let's just 4-5 position, I guess. Your expedition members bring out their equipment and get the caravan out of the way. They drag a few slabs of stone in position to use for cover. When you're just about ready, a chilling war echoes down the abandoned streets, so we're under attack. Arrows begin to rain from the sky, burying themselves in the mud, or bouncing off the raised shields of your troops. For a moment, everything is quiet, and then 8 painted tribal warriors burst out of the plaza. Begin the battle. Alright, so let's have my 2 sergeants and Reina, you know, in the fight here. I'll throw in Marisol perhaps. Maybe Mercedes can come as well. And let's bring Rosella, I guess. Now let's get this going. To battle. You know, I'm not sure, but I don't think I gave Rita all the equipment she needs, so I should probably check that, but whatever. Alright, so we're under attack. I see 5 tribals here. And there's 5 over here, apparently. Oh, there's 6. There's a channel right there. Amazon, Warrior, Trapper, Champion, Trapper. Alright, so it seems like a very standard, like, you know, setup. I have to, like, you know, basically guard against, like, you know, attacks from, like, you know, 2 flanks. I think what I'm going to do here we're going to take these guys out because they look a little bit less equipped, and we'll basically slow these guys down to, like, you know, take out later. But how I want to do is a thing, right? So, put these here. Put those there, maybe. There we go. Let's get everyone over here. I'll get you right there, I guess. We're gonna set you guys up like this, I guess, and we'll put some spike traps down for these guys that are coming, coming after. Put a spike trap here, over here, over here, over here, and right there. Let's get this underway. For the most part, I think it's in my interest basically just like, rush these guys, so... One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's get you over here. Get you over here. Aim at the shaman. There's a hit to the shaman. Let's get you over here. That's a miss, but whatever, it's fine. Oops. Okay, good. Didn't move her too far. Here goes the shaman. I got lucky there. In with the Amazon. Apparently, my bow doctor uses a poleaxe and, like, a bow, but it's fine. It's okay. Let's get over here and we'll drop some smoke bombs with you. That should work out well. There's a miss. Hopefully we got a lot of misses from these guys. That guy's gonna be slowed down by the caltrops, hopefully. This is perfect. They're moving really close, so I'll be able to hopefully, like, lock them down next time. You're gonna start, slowly making our way through the caltrops as well. Looks like I put those caltrops pretty well, to stop them, so that's cool. Though unfortunately it looks like they're gonna, avoid that spike trap I put, over here. Oh, there's the Amazon coming around. Oh, there's that guy too. He might get over here. Alright, the Amazon came right up close to me, so that's cool, I guess. Get over here, view. Coordinate the attack. You, smack him. Here's a big hit. I might be able to pull it off with you, actually. Let's go kill this, like, Amazon with you. That's cool. Let's get you up here. Do a stunning blast on this guy. Let's get Rain over here, so we can, like, you know, lock these guys down, maybe. Go after that, you know, champion. I'm gonna get you over here for now. Shoot this one. Actually, probably should have gone after him, but whatever, that's fine. And now we're gonna start charging. Charge! I think this guy's gonna get in melee soon, but that's fine. We should be able to get through these guys easily enough, I think. Now, this is an event, by the way, that's like, you know, got a lot of enemies to it, but they're all weakly armed, so you have a pretty big advantage to, like, take them out. Oh, next guy's gonna go down there, I guess. Ow. Oh, there's a stun. Looks like they're avoiding most of the spike traps, which is unfortunate, but oh well. Hooray, I miss! Oh, I guess I anticipate opening. Ow. Here, you go after him. You get over here. Oh, I was hoping for a kill there, but oh well. There was that one. There's that one. You can go up there, I think. I'm gonna reduce the damage for now, I think. Oops. Unnecessary poke, but oh well. Let's get the doctor over here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So let's put the metal here, basically get like a flanking opportunity if she needs to. Oh, Caltrops being hit again. At least they're all being like hit, those Caltrops, which I'm, you know, quite happy about. Ow! Hey, a block, cool. Ow. Oh, there's that, you know, champion right there. Kudos to that guy, it's nice to see. He's gonna slow down. Hey, he's gonna go over here, I guess, this guy. Right to the face. How do I want to do this? Here goes that one. Just gonna poke this one here. Have you blast him. I think we'll have Rita pop over here for you, so... Just smack him. Smack him again. I think Rain's the only one who's really injured here, so we'll fall back to here. Restore Raina here a little bit. I don't want to have my guys too close to each other because they could do like that, like, you know, swarm of like arrow type of thing. There's like veterans over there, so we'll scout my guys a little bit here. Let them come. Slowly. Oh, there's a poison. There's a smoke bomb. There's that guy. Ouch. This guy's annoying because he's got that like anticipate opening, so I gotta watch out for that. So I think we're gonna go after him right now and just take him out if I can, so heal up Rita here. You're gonna smack him. I don't want Raina getting too close here, but we'll basically throw a dagger to finish him off. You can back up here a little bit. I'm not sure if the Amazon can like do her rain of arrows, by the way, like, you know, too easily, so I'm not sure if like the Amazon actually do the rain of arrows, so that might be fine just doing it right there, like that. Let's get you over here. Do some more distractions. Set my guys up like this. Another critical hit, because why not? Looks like they're playing keep away here a little bit, but that's fine. Let's go stun this guy so he can't do anything. I'll send you over here. Quick heal on him. Well, I guess I have to go around over here to get to this guy, so that's fine. Get over here so we like, you know, can flank the Amazon. You can, you know, prevent her from like hitting us from range. Let's get you here. Doink. Get you up over here. Oh, you can't lose just to yourself, I guess, so that's good to know. Let's get my, you know, skull over here, I guess. Wow, that hurts. You have to really watch out for, like, you know, Amazons, because they hurt a lot. Constantly. Over time. But whatever. There's a critical hit to this guy. Nice miss. Kill him. Heroes that one. Let's get over here, view. Paint. There's that hit. Fire this. Which explodes. Finish him. Or her. I lost 2 equipment on my, you know, Lieutenant, but oh, that's fine. We win. The protectors of El Dorado fought to the death, refusing to yield even as they were on the ground, covered in their own blood. You search their corpses and find not a single thing of value. Reina pretends wipes the sweat and dirt from the battle off her face. Looks like the coast is clear now. We should be able to search the palace and the temple in peace, if you feel up to it. Miguel Sicar frowns. That seems dangerous, and we just made it out of that one unexpected battle alive. Do you really wish to put us at risk again already, Reina? Bria Martinez strikes up a hearty laugh. Don't be such a coward, Miguel. We won this one, didn't we? What makes you think the next one will be any different? Let's get down there and see what this husk of a city has to offer. Cerebro slaps Bertaz on the back. You're speaking my language, friend. Let's lead away. An event. Alright, so, there's like the first event with like the plaza battle there. And yeah, I think, you know, if Rita here... Oh, she does have full cone, so that's, you know, good. She has full cone here. Thought she didn't, but I guess she does. Alright, where's Reina? I have to go give her more cone, I guess. Alright, so, basically got like a palace here and a temple. So, lots to explore. El Dorado Palace. The Palace of El Dorado is a whole little city within the city of the buildings that sprawls across the center of the city. Intuitively, the throne room is located in a large central building. It's a cavernous room with a most enormous, imposing throne standing at the far wall, atop a tall staircase. The walls of the room are adorned with glyphs that tell some sort of chronicle, and many smaller rooms, which isn't saying much, along the hallway circumventing the throne room, are decorated with priceless statues, golden bowls stacked high with precious gems, and ornamental wooden boxes full of jewelry. So, you use diplomacy to study glyphs, scouting to basically take all valuables, you know, all sort of stuff. Let's just take all the valuables to scouting. Your people spread out and collect as many valuable artifacts littering the room around the central throne room. Some of your people come across a pedestal with a statuette the size of a cat, made from pure gold. Just as Sarah Bureau lifts it off the pedestal, then her sprints across the room and jumps into her, pushing her out of the way. To safety, as the trapdoor is open in the floor all the way around the palace pedestal. Thanks to the watchful eye of Daniela, you managed to loot the palace without anybody getting hurt. Alright, so there's some gold for our troubles. Let's study the glyph, see what it says. Your scholars set to work reading and interpreting the glyphs, meticulously copying the story into their journals as they go. One day to compare notes and cross-reference the glyphs with what they know about Aztec culture and language, and the history of the region, they begin to get an idea of the story told by the intricate murals. It appears the people of El Dorado had a very strong relationship to gold. They used gold not only in their building materials, but also in their food. Imagine that. As far as we can tell, the glyphs tell a story of how the gods became offended that the citizens took their gift of boundless gold for granted and squandered it so. The gods cursed the city. The people of El Dorado began to fall ill, and most of them died. Eventually they understood what had befallen them, and they left the cursed city of gold to live a more humble life. I can certainly think of better uses for such riches. Mercedes chuckles in agreement. Return to the plaza. So there's the palace basically like, explored there. Before I miss it, I'm just gonna pick this gold up over here, by the way. There's lots of gold as you can probably guess from El Dorado, so... Hooray for gold! Alright, let's go to the temple then. El Dorado Temple. Your expedition splits up and you begin to explore the ruins of the old temple. Inside one of the larger constructions, you discover an old arena with a beautiful collection of weapons and armor, all of course coated in gold, including an amazingly decorated war spear that must have served some ritual function. Alright, let's take the valuables from the ruins. A few of your people are waiting for you, they're eager, A few of your people are waiting for you there, eager for you to come and see something they discovered. It turns out to be a sacrificial chamber, full of holy relics of purest gold. The inscriptions surrounding the entrance appear to speak of wrathful gods and ancient curses, and make your people a little apprehensive. Mercedes Valenta looks at the spoils with an unhappy expression on her face. I'm not sure about this, Fuxa. It doesn't seem right for us to take things that were given by natives to their gods. Daniela Hernandez replies with a sharp tone. Given by the pagans to their pagan gods, Mercedes. By taking these riches, at most we risk to offend the figments of primitive imaginations. In fact, one might say it is our right, or even our duty to claim these unholy sacrifices. Miguel Socrates frowns deeply. Something about this doesn't sit right with me. Superstition or not, I think we ought to leave this chamber as we found it. Cerebero looks like she can't believe her ears. Are you jesting? Look at all the gold. Look at the gems, the jade. There must be short of 1,000 reals worth of riches in this room. Let's order people to take the valuables. The exact moment Rita Mercedes crosses the doorstep to the temple with the first golden goblet, a beam of blood-red light seems to emanate from nowhere and everywhere. The light starkly illuminates the tall statue of a masculine person near the center of the room. The statue appears to be wearing the skin of a flayed human, with a limp hand dangling from his wrist. Underneath the swollen skin, his body appears to have a golden sheen to it, but it's hard to tell because it's smeared in blood. Just then, a booming voice rings out from the statue. Mortals, look upon the form of Ziptuka and Despair. What the... The voice boils with menace. It simultaneously manages sharp and piercing overtones that drill directly into your cranium, and a low rumbling bass that resounds in your stomach and makes you uneasy. You have committed the crime of attempting to steal from my temple. I demand a great sacrifice in penance. I will claim the life of one of those who follow you, unless you have something more valuable to offer. So, alright, let's offer a decorated spear from the arena. You offer to flay one the beautiful ornamental ceremonial spear from the arena in penance. His voice sounds, if not pleased, then at least satisfied with respect to you showing from the jester. Your tribute is accepted. The gaze of the statue remains upon you and your people as you vacate Ziktoba's temple, and the red light slowly fades away. So, end event. And I'll note by the way that, even though this is a mythological sort of thing, this is still a game, right? And I could lose followers if I'm not careful, and we haven't lost a follower yet, and I want to try and avoid that if I can, so yeah, I'll try and avoid that. Anyhow, I'll note that bits the main find over here. The city of El Dorado. I think before we leave, let's pick up this gold over here that I passed up. I'll pick up this gold over here as well. On the way out. Alright, you're gonna go hunting. 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 Actually, you know what? You're gonna go preserving instead. I'll heal you up. That's just fine. I guess we're in the jungle, by the way, at this point, so, no, we're still in the mountain, never mind. My guardian's just low because, she's not guarding, I guess, that's the only thing. You go back to guarding, so I have that 80% guarding, I guess, and let's, camp right here. Alright, awesome. Let's get some more gold. So a fairly long event, El Dorado, but you know, worth it for sure. I mean, I now have 6,000 battles basically from this event. I had like, what, 2,000 before? Alright, so looks like I got a bit more to observe, so that's fine. Let's camp. I'll slowly make our way back over here to where, like, you know, where we came. Alright, we can explore nearby camps if I want to, but you know, I'm not going to borrow that. Let's make some more cannonballs maybe. And you can just do some more hunting. You can do some guarding. Now, I will note at this point, by the way, I'm actually thinking I should probably, like, you know, maybe make some more spike traps, basically. But I'm going to do this for now. Put the cannonballs and net traps out here. That might be fun. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're not missing anything over here, so back to the way we came. Apparently gonna make a lot of cannonballs. But let's make a spike trap for now, I think. Oh, animal herd. Always nice. And we lost some battles again, because, you know, that's just my luck in life. Down to 5,500. Oh well. That's where the storeroom is basically coming into play, by the way, just to help you avoid that sort of thing. Pick up some more though. Alright, there's Charter Mountain again. I got 2 more bases to find, but you know, we're almost there. I think it's like the way until like the mountain pass over here, so maybe let's go up here a little bit. You know, maybe I'll head back to like my fortress, like, you know, drop all my spoils before I lose any, like, you know, too much. That might be an idea like to look into right now. Do this for here. There's a little meat. Let's go up this way, I think. And we're slowly making our way through the pass. Ooh. There's a cairn over there. Awesome. A little bit more preserve, I guess. That's fine. So, you can do preserving. You can do some hunting. Preserving. There's my spike traps again. Let's put those things like that for now, I think. And there we are. So there's basically, like, you know, a little bit of, like, you know, stuff here explored. And I'll note this point, by the way, we're basically gonna, like, you know, basically go to my fortress, so drop off my loot. And let's keep on doing some more exploring after that. Do some of this. And some of that. I like fine loot. There is a wiring hole over here, but I don't think I can get to it, so... yeah, unfortunate. Oh well. Let's see here. Preserving, preserving, preserving. Preserving cannonballs, that's just fine for me, I think. You know, I want to know, by the way, my rations have actually gone up quite a bit, so... this goes to show, if you have, like, enough, like, hunters in your party, you don't have to worry about food a lot in this game, which is nice. Let's get this. And I guess you can't tinker anything at the moment, so... you know what, let's make some spike traps. I like spike traps. Spike traps are fun. Actually, you know what? Let's get you to do some preserving over here. Patley. We're gonna leave these. Actually, let's trade these guys right here. So fair prices, these guys. Let's see here. You know, it's a little bit better, like the trade prices, but it's not a whole lot better. Is the thing. Just a note about these guys, but whatever. Trade a little bit of these guys here. You know, 8 and 7, pretty typical prices, I guess. Up I go. Ooh, herbs. And a pig. Backtracked a little bit there, but you know, it's always good to find pigs, right? So... let's go here. That'll do me just fine. Getting lots of spike traps again. And killing the piggies. Looks like I'm sure this getting to my fortress at this point, but that's fine. We'll get there soon. Pick some stuff up on the way, apparently. So much to reserve. It's always so nice. There we go. And there we are. Home again. You know, I feel like doing this right now. Let's see what he says. Don't hear a lot of complaining. This won't have any effect on, I don't think, but whatever. This is, you know, next round is on me. The loudness of the cheer that follows your announcement cannot be overstated, and your people do not hesitate to grab their free drink. Its effect on the morale on your troops in battle aside, you certainly made a lot of people happy. So, no one's going to get any morale from that, because, you know, no one's like, you know, poor morale to begin with, but whatever. You know, don't want to do it at least once. Let's pray. Pious flowers gain morale. Put them in this pasture. Here's the workshop. Here's my dues. Got some oil. Alright, so here's the trading post setup. Umberto's workers have completed your new trading post, and they are once again at your disposal. The trading post works like the normal trade menu, but the exchange rate is more favorable because you are the owner of the trading post. Like other merchants, the trading post stores will be reset every week. A familiar figure awaits you in the hall. Kyoto approaches you unarmed, with a smile on his face. We meet again, DFuxa. I hope you don't mind my intrusion. I didn't expect to find you here. Getting inside was not easy. Your guards do not do their job well. Why are you here? He clears his throat awkwardly. I am here to offer you my loyalty. You wish to join me? I was intrigued by your generosity back in Texcoco. My warriors are distributing the rations you gave us, but I feel like my work is done. I will travel with you if you'll have me. There's more to it than that. He leans against the table and a cheeky glint sneaks into his eyes. All in due time, my lady. So, I will be glad to have you with me. He extends his hand with a smile. Take his hand. I will serve you well. Alright, so you know, gain morale, lose morale, all that sort of stuff. Kyoto picks up his sack with a few personal effects and leaves the hall. Alright, let's visit your barracks. So, though the furnishings of your barracks are somewhat, you know, spread aside, blah blah, for one head count. So we now have 403 soldiers. Not much less than the upper capacity of your garrison. If this keeps going, it won't be long until you have this, you'll have to start turning away hopeful recruits at the door. So we're actually getting to we're almost full capacity in our fortress, which is nice. Now, the reason I'm here, let's deposit resources here. So, basically, I can deposit stuff like, you know, medicine here if I don't need it. So, maybe a little medicine go right here. We're gonna deposit a little bit of valuable so I don't, like, you know, lose them constantly for like theft and such. Let's go a few thousand. And I'll put in a little bit of food as well. So, you know, there's some emergency stuff here. Now, I want to note, by the way, because, you know, basically at this point we're done. Umberto has nothing else to do for us, so it's basically all over the way. Here's the market, by the way, so the Fortress Traders. The new trading post is modest, but it appears to be well stocked. You're met at the entrance by a middle-aged woman with long gray hair. Venerable Senora Fuxa, it's an honor to meet you in person. I am your humble servant, Maria Nunez, Jimenez Dorado de Garava. Thank you for accepting this post, Senor Dorado. Senora, please, I've never found time to marry. Too much work to be done in the world. She chuckles and beckons you to come inside and inspect the wares. Have you managed to establish good trade with route to Hispaniola? CC, our first ship from Saint Domingo moored safe in the harbor yesterday, and we sent a second order to Senor Dinez in Santiago de los Calabrados. We are well stocked with valuable food, medicine, and equipment. Everything I imagine you would need on your travels. Thank you, Senora. Your work here is very valuable to our expedition. She smiles and nods graciously, which you oblige our good Senora Campaden, and here's also construction materials you want, so... She curtsies and shakes her head apologetically. I'm sorry, Capitan. There's no sense in importing such materials by ship. They should be created locally. I'm certain that the workshop will be able to help you in that matter. And of course there's a trade here, so... No, by the way, if I really need to, I can like get like, you know, weapons here, so... This is like, you know, the first place I'll be able to get this sort of thing. But other than that, like, you know... Generous prices, normal demand... It is what it is. Although this is like a very basic, like, you know, training outpost, by the way, because, you know, we only have like a little bit of medicine, a little bit of food, a little bit of, like, you know, equipment and other stuff. But still, it's pretty good. Alright, so at this point, we're basically done like a lot of stuff here. And Kyoto basically joined us, so I can show off what he's all about. So he's right here. So here's Kyoto. You know, not sure I actually read the description for these people yet, so let's actually go to Pat Lee here. So 35 years old, aggressive, open-minded, adventurous. Pat Lee is a bit of a mystery to you. As an Aztec healer from the city of Tenochtitlan, he is a skilled and experienced healer, but he speaks not a word of Spanish and largely keeps to himself during your travels. And most of your people seem perfectly happy with that. When you do interact with him through your interpreters, he's friendly, accommodating, and surprisingly funny. And by the way, you can see this guy has the poison tips, so you know, he's a shaman, so whenever he attacks stuff, he'll poison stuff. Now, I want to know by the way if I like, you know, level these guys up to get like the the native stuff, like, you know, gain curse and stuff like that. So here's gain curse, puts a penalty on a target's range, accuracy, and defense for free turns. So basically, curse bases like, you know, more like get hit against in like, you know, range combat, and like, you know, not, you know, be very effective at it. That's not really powerful, by the way, but you know, whatever. Let's see here. So there's basically the you know, the weapon to basically have the, you know, sword and shield for a native. There's a spear. So yeah, 25% chance to block. You know, apparently the spear has a high critical and like, you know, less damage than a polearm, but you know, the polearm has like low critical, so that's a thing as well. There's some other stuff, there's like the blowgun, arquebus, and other stuff. And let's see here. Here's Kyoto. So, open-minded, altruistic, and proud. The grizzled and sardonic Kyoto was a distinguished eagle warrior of the Aztec until he angered the nobles of Tenochtitlan. Unhappy with their apathy towards the suffering of the commoners, he took matters into his own hands and went against their explicit orders. In doing so, he lost command of his warriors and was forced to leave the city of Texcoco, where he has been stationed. Instead, he joined your expedition. So apparently he's hardened this guy, so that's interesting. He's got like more HP apparently. You can see like, you know, right here he's got the blowgun, so he's got that apparently, as well like, you know, the sword and shield type of combo for this guy. So yeah, this guy's like a champion, so you can stun people. And if I level up, you get like charge here apparently, so deals 5 extra points of damage for every space move just prior to the attack, so you know, that's a thing that these guys can do. I'm probably going to show off like these guys leveling up soon, I think, but you know, we'll do that, hold off on that for a little bit right now. This episode actually gone long enough, I think, at this point, so let's just save it here. And well, we're sort of like getting to the end game for this point. Been a lot of saves, but that's fine. I'm showing off like, you know, all the content for like the, you know, the scenario. I hope you guys have enjoyed thus far. See you guys in the next one.